I know that guy cheated on his girlfriend. His girlfriend hasn't done anything wrong to him, and they're still together. I don't know how you can lay in bed and look at the other person and not feel bad.
Oh, mate, yeah, fucking mind boggles me.
But I wonder, I haven't seen it before. I wonder what happens if a guy did that. A guy went behind his friend's back and told him, hey, I know that Jake's been cheating on you for the last 4 months. I just need to come up and open say it. Or because, let me be very clear, it never happens with guys, but if it does, the reason it happens is because that guy wants to fuck her.
No, yeah, no, you're so spot on.
Yeah,
you're so
sorry. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it is Morokaii with two eyes. We are back. We are on every single Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. on Spotify and 4:30 p.m. on YouTube. So make sure you stay tuned.
I was going to say, it's a great start already. At the end of that, I was going to be like, yeah, sir. But I was like, I don't know if you're going to be like, what are you doing? So I was like, that's why I was like, you know what? No, I won't.
You know what?
But then I gave you an awkward silence and a pause, which I think made it even worse. Yeah, I should have just gone through with it.
You should have committed.
Yeah, oh no.
No, you're all good, mate. There's look, I've saved this story for you because I thought you'd lose it. There was I'm pretty self-conscious about my skin ever since. I don't know what it is. Sometimes, especially on a night out after, if I've had a big night out, I look 100 years old.
Oh, same, man. But the night of, when you're like just out and about in the mirror, that light shining on the face,
exactly,
and you'd be like, God damn,
yeah. Especially if you've got some drinks.
Yeah,
in you.
you looking good. The next day, it's like you looking fucking trash.
You looking crooked.
You need help, sir. You don't look like your ID.
I loved. Someone said to me once, like, "Yo, you look weathered," and I was like, "That's such a great saying." And also, my heart is like torn apart right now.
How dare you?
And you just had to do that thing where you're like, oh, bro, I look wrecked.
You're like, fuck. You go into the car, pull your little, and you're like, do I really look that bad? You're like, fuck.
Do you know what? Isn't it the worst? I think it's the worst. You get a perfect night's sleep, you're feeling good, you have some brekkie, maybe you put on you do your morning routine, and then you get to work and someone goes, geez, didn't you get enough sleep last night? And it's just like, oh yeah, I was up all night. I got hardly any. Yeah, God, I can tell you look ruined. And it's like, yeah, I'm just so tired. Go to the car and cry.
Yeah, legitimately, like it's the same. I think George said it, or maybe like Mike or whatever on Impulsive. They were saying how even someone wearing like sunglasses in a nightclub.
Yeah,
like bro, like why? It's like, nah, man. Like you don't want to see what's under them. Because if I wear the sunglasses, like I might be like, you look like a fuckwit. Why are you wearing them inside? Trust me, I'll look 10 times worse if I take those bad boys off. That's shit you don't want to see. That's the stuff of nightmares.
That is. Oh, bro. Well, what happened was I was like, okay, well, I want to. There was a few things I want to get done this year. I was like, I really want to take whitening my teeth seriously again because I did it for a bit and it worked. And then after a while, I just kind of let it go a bit.
Yeah.
And they went back to a color, not yellow, but not white.
Yeah, because they were looking good, man. Like not just as a mate to gas you up. I remember commenting. I was like, man, teeth looking real good.
Thank you. And the way it goes with that, I went to a dentist and get them properly done where you get, I don't know if it's Invisalign. I don't know what it's called, but you get the mouth guard. They,
is it like a mouth guard with like gel or something? And like your teeth, it makes your teeth feel like super sensitive.
Perfect
like that's what I've been. I haven't done it myself, but I've just been told like, yeah.
So it's not one of the ones where you go to the supermarket and it's just your bare basic. You just put it in and you kind of hold it to your teeth. This was like, it fit my teeth perfectly. So I'd use the gel and when I'd put it in, after a bit, it was fine. But then after a while, you'd get these massive hits where it felt like it just hit a nerve quickly and pain city. It just really hurt. Thanks. So after I got them done, I was like, okay, well, I'm not doing this again. But then when they weren't as wide, I was like, I have to go back in. So I did it the other night. So I'm on this little bit of a kick where I'm like a health kick at the moment with like skin, teeth, everything. So I was like, okay, I'll go and grab the teeth whitening. Got it, put it in. I must have a hole on the left tooth, like a few teeth from the middle. Mate, every like few minutes, just like a sharp bang pain.
Not about that.
Yeah, and I had him for 3 hours, and the whole time
3 hours.
Yeah, I wanted to do it overnight, but I just couldn't. It was so uncomfortable.
So is that like a thing? You actually do it overnight as well? Like,
yeah, so I think to get it to the color I want it to be, I'm gonna have to do it 2 more nights for another 3 hours each. Yeah, jeez. Yeah.
I remember because I had like the, I suppose, cheaper Coles version, I guess you could say.
Yep.
I think it was like Pro White or something like that. And with a little like thing, you hit the button and stuff like that. I remember like during because I think I only did that for like maybe 20 minutes. The gel like feeling, I hate, so and the taste is grim.
Yeah.
It's so bad. And you're just like,
oh man, it's worth it in the end, but I'm so with you because the next day my teeth felt soft and sensitive the entire day. And I never understood people when they get that toothpaste that keeps it from being sensitive.
Exactly.
My teeth are not sensitive. When I eat ice cream, I bite into it.
Yeah, dude. Yes.
Oh, thank God.
Yes, it's only maybe every now and then. Like if I'm like, oh, I'm going to see how long I can put my teeth in ice cream for. Obviously, yes, I'll notice it. But otherwise, no. I'm the same way. And when people are like, oh, that's too cold on my teeth, I'm like, the fuck are you talking about?
I'm sitting there.
It never makes any sense.
It never made any sense. Like, how can you do that? And I'm like, what are you talking about? Same with Super Duper Ice Pops. I just chomp into them. So, oh, that's so weird. But yeah, so having that feeling for the whole day, I was like, I did not like this one bit. So that sucked. But then I was like, okay, I'm going to get my everything to do with my skin right. And I've gone to this place called Skincare before. And when I went there, I got skin needling done. And it was like a zap. So I laid down, and they would zap a heap of pigments off my skin. And it was really hot, like a real burning sensation, but like a needle as well.
Okay, that sounds interesting.
And my eyes watered heaps. So it hurt, but not too much, but it definitely hurt. And then after that, I would sit under this massive ring light that was super hot where they put goggles on you and protection under the goggles.
I've seen like in the movies, like, but yeah, I've never understood.
And when they turn it on, even though your eyes are closed.
Is that sort of like a solarium? Like, granted, like, although solarium I think is more tan, but like it sounds like sort of like in a sense like that concept.
Yeah, I think so. Well, it was a massive hit of light, and when it happened, it fucks with your eyes for a bit. You're just like, your eyes really need to take time to just come back to normal, and it feels uncomfortable. So this time I was going back, and I was like, okay, I'm paying for like 4 treatments. I only got one last time, but when I did get the one, I was like, this was great. What I paid for was something different because this wasn't the same, but I'm getting the same goals that I want, like brighter skin, healthier, more vibrant. And I was like, okay, cool. And this one was more, it had the same, it was like a heap of little needles rubbed across your face. And she would just consistently do little circles all around my face, like these little needles. And I was like, oh, okay, well, if it works, it works. Apparently I was bleeding heaps. She was like, oh, do you take any vitamins? And I was like, oh, I guess like sometime fish oil. She's like, yeah, don't take fish oil the next time you come in here because they're blood thinners. And apparently I was bleeding a lot.
Oh shit!
This is the part you're gonna laugh at. So after I was talking to this girl for ages, like she was really lovely. She was telling me about her partner, and because I just got back from Thailand. She grew up in Thailand, so she was telling me all about that. Yeah, and
what are the odds?
Yeah, and I was like, you know what? This is actually pretty cool. She was really nice, and that's why I fucking hate that I embarrass myself so badly. She got a face mask, and it was this big face mask with like aloe vera, all that kind of good stuff that heals up your face.
Beautiful.
And as we're talking, she was asking me a question, and look, if I talk too much, I struggle a bit with breathing, and I need a big breath. And I think I must have been on like the last part of a sentence. She was asking, I was like, yeah, the trip was good. I did this, 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 and this. And she's like, oh, really? Well, what happened here? And I was like, well, and then there was a heap of police in Thailand. And as I go to finish, she puts on the mask and she misses the mouth hole. So when she misses it, I go, yeah, the police are... and I suck in the mask. And bro, I'm laying there on this table and I'm like... like that. And she's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. That's never happened before. I'm like,
it's my first time.
Yeah. And I'm like, no, it's okay. It's fine. It's fun. It's a funny story. And I'm just like, I want to kill myself. That sucked, yeah. But no, I got that done. So looking forward to that. So that should be good.
I think let's continue just on the topic of skincare and stuff like that, because I feel in the society that we're in today, you never really hear men as such talk about, or it's like friend, like, you know, like, for example, you might be like with your missus and it's like, oh, let's go get like a pedicure, like massage or something like that. And it's like, the fuck you doing, man? Like, even me, like, I'll raise my hand. I fucking love a face mask. I'm not even kidding, dude. Like, you're just doing it. I don't know. There's something about looking after yourself. Like, it sounds stupid and like,
no, I get where you're coming from.
Looking after yourself, making sure you're ensuring that you smell good, getting maybe like a nice cologne, good deodorant and all that. I don't know. There's something about, like, I love that, like, personally for me.
Feeling
like,
fresh,
it just feels good, man. Like, you feel like a better individual, a better person.
Because anytime, to anyone out there who does, put on deodorant and a cologne. Honestly, it makes a world of difference. It does. Anytime you hear someone say, wow, you smell good, I guarantee your day's going better. Your day's going up.
The best comment you could ever receive.
It is.
Especially, I find, because I'm sure you've had females before and they're like, oh, that cologne smells really good. And this, don't take this out of context, by the way, but I always reckon it's better when, like, just a random bloke's walking out and they're like, dude, what cologne's that smell? Because it's just like, fuck, like, I don't know. It's like, I got not only
Bruzzy, you smell fucking wicked.
That's what I'm saying though. Like, it's fucking awesome. And then like 90% of men are like, oh, it's just, 1 million or Silver Sen or Dior,
Lynx
Sauvage.
Africa.
Yeah, mate.
Lynx Africa, bro.
If you're not getting Lynx Africa for Christmas,
yeah, what are you doing?
They're probably not your real parents.
Yeah, ask who are the family you've actually got around.
Yeah, exactly.
You're not getting Lynx Africa.
That's what
for
I mean,
Christmas.
man.
But no, I agree. And it can go, do you know what? You're so right. If someone tells you out of the blue, especially someone you don't know, that you smell good, best thing ever. Let me tell you this though. I haven't experienced this before, but I guarantee my soul would be crushed if anyone told me I smelled bad.
Oh, dude,
so I'd rather always try to smell good.
Isn't that such a... Dude, I'm the same. I actually am like that self-conscious.
Yep.
Like, I'm always like, fuck, I hope I smell good.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, man. Like, I hate that because, like, I'm sure, again, we've been surrounded by probably some people, friends or whatever, and sort of like, because how do you even bring that up? Like, how do you, like, seriously, like, how would you just be like, wait, bro, like, you need, like, wait, man, do you want to,
bro, you smell bad.
Yeah, like, like, without you, because you can't say that.
Well,
I mean, you can, but like,
do you know what? It would be very hard because I find that one rare. Okay, if you smell bad, then there's a lot of other factors going on. If you have actual BO, and I was walking down JB Hi-Fi, one of the aisles once looking for a video game, and I remember I walked past this guy, and I just got this massive hit, and I couldn't believe. I sat there and I go, "How the fuck does someone actually smell like that? Disgusting."
How do I not know that they themselves smell like that as well? That's what fucks me up, man. It's like,
surely they. Oh, I guess if you live in that smell,
so true.
Because I will say this: in the career I'm in, a lot of the homes I go in, Indian families, they cook with so much spice. They cook everything all the time, every day. So when I walk in to just evaluate their home or just help them out in some way, mate, the minute the door is open, it is a massive hit.
That's the same though as the classic old person smell. Whenever and you're just like, oh no, like it just whiffles. You're like, ugh. Like, you know what? Like, I know that sounds really horrible, but like everyone out there who's listening to this, watching this, knows exactly what I mean when I say that.
Because there's a hard conversation telling someone their smell, but then there's the even harder one of being like, you shit yourself. So I know exactly what you're talking about.
Shit.
But yeah, I think that would be the worst one. I don't mind if someone says, oh, you got something in your teeth. I'm like, thank God someone's finally told me. Yeah.
Oh, if you have friends that don't tell you, again, just fuck them off. Like, who does that? Don't be like, wait, look at Luke over there. He's got, and then you're just there. Or I hate the one as well where like you see that someone's got it and you're like, oh, I won't tell them. So you're sort of like this, you're like that. Yeah. And then because it's like, wait, are they doing that because like or are they doing it to get something out of there? Like then you're not sure as well.
Imagine if you're like looking at your mate and you're just like you're trying to do that thing. And you're like, bro, like that, and your mate's just like, why does he want to fuck me so bad? I thought we were just friends. Now, you know what? Shit. I think that's a good topic. What is something that if a friend is doing that is wrong, is hard to tell, but you have to tell them?
Oh, jeez.
Do you know one? I remember this, and we were in the same friend group, so you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. We had a massive friend group.
Yeah,
right?
it was huge.
And again, that's not like in a brag, because I'm telling you right now, the minute you leave high school, watch nearly all of them drop off.
No, man, we'll see each other every single week. I promise.
So
you still haven't picked up the phone. Like, come on. It's been 6 years.
Yeah. Mate, there was one person in our group, you remember this, treated his sister like shit. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Like, real bad.
I had to think now, but yeah.
And to the point where, like, it would be things like she would come over with, like, cookies or something, or just be nice, like, really coming over just to ask a question and be like, what the fuck are you doing here? Go away. Don't fucking come around my friends. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, that's primary school shit.
Man, that was his hood.
That over was his territory.
Yeah. Like, man, come on. It's like, respect your boundaries, you know.
And I wasn't as close with him, but looking back, definitely should have been something where, because a few people said it to him, but I didn't say it to him. But it would have been good to be like, mate, come on, like, she's your sister, like,
especially in front of other, like, I don't know, maybe like
she wasn't too popular either at all.
Yeah,
and he was.
Yeah, correct.
So I don't know, that I think that can have damage in the long
big time.
There's a big difference between, we've said this on a podcast before, when we said to our brothers, like, we say we have friends over, our friends don't like you, fuck off.
Funny as well, because granted, I know when we were younger, I feel like, because obviously your brother and yourself are quite close nowadays. Granted, I'm sure there's still things that it might not be, but even like my brother and myself, I know as we've gotten older, we're a lot closer now. Like, granted, like, we still obviously piss one another off, like, as you would with a sibling. But, like, man, if it was a few years ago, like, I'd genuinely be like, don't fucking talk to me, leave me the fuck. And, like, we just wouldn't chat, like, easily for, like, but now, man, it's like every day it's always like, hey, man, what's going on? Like,
same. I fully agree with you. I think there was times, maybe when I was maybe 13, 14, 15, where I hated his guts. And I still remember going like, fuck, I don't want anything to do with the kid. And then as you grow up and they start becoming a teenager too, and you get a bit older, then it's like, oh, I'll do anything for them.
Yeah,
like I literally would take a bullet for them. So it does go slowly over time. I think another one, I think this one's a bit harder. Telling a mate he's treating a girlfriend like shit.
Yeah.
That one's a real hard one.
It is, because
that one's people get real defensive over that.
Oh, most definitely.
Because if they're treating their girlfriend like shit, they're not going to be the one. They're not going to sit there.
They're not going to openly admit to it,
and they're not going to take your advice. But man, I appreciate that. You know what? I shouldn't have called her a slut. That was bad on me. Yeah. Not good.
Yeah, I shouldn't have let her cock me.
Yeah,
no, but you know, it's a hard one, man.
Yeah,
it's a hard one, especially when they're not even opening to listen, like they're not open to your opinion. Like, they're like, nah, shut it down immediately. Like, leave me in the fuck. Like, it's not your fucking relationship. Like, yada, yada, yada. And it's just like, mate, like.
Yeah. I think we'll end on this because I'm curious about your thoughts on this one. I see it a lot, and I've had this in groups I've been in. So girls will do this. Girls will ask other girls to flirt with their boyfriend to see if they possibly will cheat.
Yeah.
And it's happening a lot on TikTok where girls will Instagram message and find out if the boyfriend will cheat, right? I see that a lot where, or even if they do cheat or they tried to hook up at a club, a lot of girls will now message the girlfriend.
Yeah, I've seen that a lot.
And just say, hey, your man tried to hit on me at this club, or he's snuck into my DMs. I think that's awesome. I think that's really, it should happen.
It should.
Right? Doesn't happen with guys though.
Nah.
Because it's real dog. Like it's just an unspoken, you don't do it.
Correct.
But there's times where I look back and I go, I know that guy cheated on his girlfriend. His girlfriend hasn't done anything wrong to him. And they're still together. I don't know how you can lay in bed and look at the other person and not feel bad.
Oh, mate, fucking mind boggles me.
But I wonder, I haven't seen it before. I wonder what happens if a guy did that. A guy went behind
fair call.
his friend's back and told him, hey, I know that Jake's been cheating on you for the last 4 months. I just need to come up and open say it. Or because, let me be very clear, it never happens with guys, but if it does, the reason it happens is because that guy wants to fuck her.
No, no, you're so spot
Yeah,
on. You're so
sorry,
spot
that
on.
was just a brain.
So
That
spot
happens
on.
all the fucking time. With girls, most of the time, the girls are just like, I don't want you to get treated like shit. With guys, for some reason, it's very unspoken because you feel like it's a fucking dog act.
Yeah, oh, no, it is.
But if you do it, it's because you want to fuck the girl.
Oh, mate. No, you've actually just banged
Unlock
it.
the box.
Yeah, we really have, man. Pandora's box.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, very correct. Very
Yeah.
fucking correct.
Look, guys, we've got some good topics come up in the next episode, so make sure to stay tuned. And looking forward to the next one. I've got a couple of good stories. So
What we do, just guys out there, if you're listening again, get a skincare routine going. Trust me, seriously, you'll feel 10 times better.
and a good cologne.
So
They're cheap.
yeah, have a good fucking cologne. Trust me, it will do the world of wonders.
And let me tell you, sometimes the cheapest ones I've got are surprisingly the best.
Again, correct.
The more expensive ones, I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh, actually,
Yeah, some
don't like
I
this as
went
much.
into Myers, like, just real quick touching on this. I know we're doing the outro, but I went into Myer the other day and I reckon there was one for like 130, and I was like, nah. Like, my one that's like $30 from like Priceline and smells 10 times better than this. I'm like, who the fuck is paying for that?
Yeah, definitely.
Like, are you kidding me?
And for anyone out there, in case they don't know, maybe we've got a younger audience watching. If you get it, spray on the wrist, on the neck, on the back of the neck, and maybe just on like the middle of the shirt. I like to do the middle of the shirt just in case.
I've been told,
and just rub together.
Yeah, I've been told. So mine's pretty similar to you.
Yep.
Wrist, and then like together behind the ear, and then I again got this from TikTok, by the way.
On the cock.
on the shoulder, because when you go for a hug,
oh, that's good.
all like.
Yeah.
I was like, that
You're
makes,
firing on all
that
cylinders.
makes so much sense.
Oh, that's good. I'm
So
gonna
now
start
I
doing
do
that
it,
now.
man. I'm not even kidding. And I was at the party last night. Everyone's like, "Oh, you smell good." I'm like, "Thanks."
Yeah.
More like
Smell my shoulders.
It's so hard. Yeah, they're sort of like hugging me. I'm like, and they're like, "What are you doing?" And you're like, "Get that in you."
Guys, that was Morokaii with 2 eyes. Thank you so much for watching.
Peace.
Peace.